Hi there. Today I'm looking at one of the most popular Riojas on the Wine Searcher website. This is Marqués de Riscal's 2018 Reserva. A wine very noticeable for its, very recognisable because of its wire surrounding it there, which evidently was originally put there as a sort of a fraud measure because people were trying to copy the wine and pass it off as Marqués de Riscal, and so by putting the wire around it they made it more difficult for people to do that, and that stopped that. So I think that's going back many years, and I think now it's just a tradition, but that's why they have that. Here we're looking at a wine that's a Reserva, so its style is derived from the way that it ages in oak, and actually Marqués de Riscal back in 1862 were the first people to produce wines in Rioja in this style, in the style of the way that wines were made from Bordeaux. At that stage they were using American oak barrels, and that's become a tradition in the area, although they do use French oak now as well. But this ages for 24 months in seasoned American oak barrels, so it doesn't give it a lot of American oak flavour, but that's the tradition for this region. The wine itself, I mean, we're in the Alavesa region of Rioja, which is relatively high altitude, so quite cool and better suits Tempranillo as a grape variety. This is, I think it's either 96 or 97% Tempranillo, with the balance, the 3 or 4% being Graciano. So typical Rioja grape varieties, but from a cooler area without the garnacha that would sort of round it out and soften it. So let's have a look at this. Colour-wise, we've got a medium depth of colour. It's relatively dark. Very vibrant colour. It's keeping its colour well to the rim. It's a slightly purple sort of ruby red, but it's not a purple rim or anything like that. But you know, nice sort of lively colour. As I swirl it, there are some legs formed, but not enormous ones. So let's have a smell. As you'd expect, given the long barrel age and additional age in bottle that the wine has had, the primary fruit is quite restrained. There is a little sort of maybe red cherry mulberry fruit, but it's behind sort of notes of sweet spice, maybe cinnamon, bits of cedar, tiny touch of vanilla, and those sorts of notes there. The aromas are relatively restrained. They're not bursting, juicy, fruity. So let's have a taste. The wine's mid-weight. It's lovely and smooth, actually. There's a silky smoothness to the texture. Maybe a tiny bit of grip. Actually, on the palate, the fruit comes through more than it did on the nose. You've got notes of red cherry, you've got notes of darker cherry, and also some sort of slightly high-toned, overripe black cherry, almost going towards sort of olive notes. Layered over the top of that, there's sort of a toastiness from barrel age, hints of sort of cinnamon spice, little bits of vanilla, maybe a sort of slight earthy, truffly note as actually the tannins are showing a little more right at the finish. Throughout the entire palate, there's a lovely fresh acidity that I suppose that's what's lifting the fruit, and it's giving good length. There is a warmth to the alcohol, but it's not dominating the finish. The flavours are still fresh at the end there, so the acidity and the fruit concentration is sufficient to balance the 14% alcohol, I think it says it's got on the label there. The flavours last quite well, but they're quite mellow at the finish there. I mean, this actually is... I'd like to suggest this is great value, because I mean our global average price on Wine Searcher comes in at under $20 a bottle, which is, you know, for a wine that has this aging potential, which this does, it's fantastic. I should also say, I mean, yes, they're slightly more expensive, but there are vintages of this available to buy on our website, and most of those are in Spanish retailers, back to 1900. So it's a wine that has an ability, and has shown over the years an ability to age. So really, what I think, excellent value and worth having a go. I mean, certainly very typical Rioja. So yes, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Marqués de Riscal, thank you. Bye now.